Good morning, ladies and gents. Welcome back for another video. Cryptorado here. It's Monday. As I promised, I would be picking a winner on Monday, and the winner has been picked. It was really easy for me. I went total at random, and I put down the seventh comment, the seventh guy who put me in the comments, combined on Twitter and everything. I just said, okay, the easiest thing is to just go to YouTube, seventh comment, that's going to be the winner. Mate, I've DM'd you, or lady, I've DM'd you, and send me a DM back, and you'll be getting your 100 XRP. You didn't put down your number, so you put down your wallet, but you didn't put down your PIN number. So just to be sure it comes through, I need that as well. Now, to get further with the order of the day, I'm going to give you some crypto news that happened over the weekend. But before that, I want to go back to this article that was written in the beginning of December, but it went a little bit under the radar. It's this new European law. Now I know loads of you guys who are living in the US or Asia, but in Europe, you weren't allowed to hold. Well, banks weren't allowed to hold crypto, deal crypto, sell crypto, talk about crypto, I'll say, because why would they talk about something they weren't earning money on? Anyway, the article goes, and I will be putting the link in the description, is banks allowed to hold and sell Bitcoin as of 2020, new European law. Now, the planned fourth European Money Laundering Directive stipulates that banks may hold and sell Bitcoin from 2020. This would open up a new business segment for banks and represent new competition for already established cryptocurrency exchanges. Now, this is good. Why? Because people that don't really know how to get into crypto, they'll have a much easier way of getting in. Plus, it feels, well, it is legal now, but if your bank is like providing it, selling it, taking care of it, it will be much more easy. The step will be very, very smaller to take, to jump into it. So I can feel this is huge. Another bit of the article, I won't read all of it, but banks may keep Bitcoin safe and offer it to their customers. The EU has launched a new bill on the fourth money laundering directive, which is scheduled to enter in force in 2020. Until now, banking institutions were prohibited from offering virtual assets or storing them for their customers. The German Bundestag has taken this EU law as an opportunity and recently passed its own bill to implement it, which provides for corresponding simplifications. However, further approval is required before the law can enter into force. Now, this bit is very important, and that's why we haven't been hearing anything from banks. We've heard something about Germany and a bank launching cryptocurrency funding and everything, but in other countries it has been really quiet. So there's still some work going on behind the scenes, but no, this is coming, and when it comes, it'll be huge. I can't wait for this. I really think this is great. Now, another article that came out yesterday about Ripple, not about XRP, about Ripple, so the business behind XRP. So this one is one of Ripple's first multi-million-dollar investments abruptly shuts down. Now, Ripple in the beginning started picking up these little things and doing like startups all over the place, and this is one of their startups that just hasn't worked out. I'll read a bit of the article so you can follow. So here we go. One of Ripple's first major investments just closed its doors for good. The San Francisco-based peer-to-peer rental startup Omni has officially ended its services and shut down its website. Omni was one of the first investments made by Xbrain, Ripple's fundraising and development arm built to invest in, incubate, acquire and provide grants to emerging startups. Now, the article goes on, but something really, really interesting is that before closing its doors, Omni reportedly reached a deal with Coinbase to sell its engineering team to the US crypto exchange. Coinbase says it's too early to reveal what the team will be working on. So, Now, this doesn't mean anything bad for Ripple. It's just that it didn't work out. Startups, like more than 60% of all startups fail, you know? So, and as well, Ripple, I think, have gone more in the direction of finance and banks and all this, and there's so much there's so much in the works. This little bump is for me is nothing. But what I think is very important in this article is that before closing the doors, they reached out to Coinbase and they've sold their engineering team to them. Why is this important? Because let's go to the next article. This article was written a day before and says, Coinbase CEO says 100 million newbies will interact with cryptocurrency in wave of adoption. Why does he say that? The next wave of cryptocurrency adopters won't care about the asset class, argues Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong. They'll arrive because of new innovations from startup companies creating interesting applications. When developers design these platforms and services for crypto only, people will opt in. Now, Ripple just sold one of their startups engineering teams to Coinbase, and now Coinbase comes out with there's going to be new applications that are going to make it easier for people to opt in. See? So you guys read the article yourself. I'm going to put it down in the description, but I thought this was really, really interesting. Yeah. So I saw a little bit of correlation between both of them. And then the next article is on Cointelegraph. So most of you might have seen this one. But Burger King Venezuela starts Bitcoin payments in first of 40 stores. Now, you all know that Venezuela was a real pro cryptocurrency, pro Bitcoin, pro Litecoin, and this was because the inflation rate in that country is crazy. For those who don't know what inflation is, so every year, to keep it simple, every year your money is worth less, so you can buy less, you have less buying power every year. Why is this? Because of inflation. What do I mean by that? The government can print money at will. Now, there's rules around it, but in Venezuela, those rules are not so good. Let's say it that way. So they just print money, and the money is worth less and less every day. So these people, as soon as they get their pay every end of month, they run to the store and try to buy as much things as they can, because they know the next day it might be worth 10% less. So, and that's a lot. Now, what these people are doing, they're getting their money and they're putting it into Bitcoin, Litecoin. The government of Venezuela even had their own petro cryptocurrency that they wanted to promote. But because that was centralized, people weren't using it. They were using Bitcoin, Litecoin. And now Burger King Venezuela has come out and said, look guys, we know your money is worth peanuts after a few days. They have to, a suitcase full of money is worth nothing anymore to them. It's crazy. They just stick it all into cryptocurrency and use it. So it's got a real use case. And now Burger King has jumped on the bandwagon and is promoting it too. So that's really great. Now, what you all should know as well is there's inflation in world-going countries as well, like Europe has a European Central Bank, and they decide how much the inflation is every year. And the inflation in Europe is 2%. So that means the minimum interest you get on in the bank is 0.11%. So you get 0.11%, but you leave it in the bank, and it's worth 2% less anyway. So you're losing money by leaving your money on the bank. Now, I know you shouldn't be putting all your money in investments and everything, but your money is losing value every year. And this is normal. It's every year. It's normal. It's 2%. It's what the European Central Bank decides. But you're still losing money. So don't go crazy and invest everything, but if you've got money to spare and money that you can miss for like 5 years, invest. Because all these investors, they think they're going to be millionaires in a week. No, you should always put it into perspective and know there's market cycles, and like put your money away for at least 5 years in your head. Be sure that you can miss your money for 5 years. Now it could be a shorter period, it could be a longer period, but always put in your mind it's going to be at least 5 years. Yeah. So this is a short video for today, a little bit of update on the news. You guys are a little bit up to date, and I'll be posting a really cool video later on today as well if I get time. Otherwise it'll be for tomorrow. Something really cool I saw. Yeah, stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. Always forget this is for entertainment. No, never forget, always forget. Never forget this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. And yeah, take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cryptorado out.